Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Andrea and I'm a Hungarian graphic designer who is also a makeup enthusiast. Today's is again a no makeup look because I'm not really in a great mood and I just didn't bother to put makeup on my face today, although I planned to, but it didn't work out well. Now the sun has gone down, so here we are. But I never let a day go to waste. So I thought today I would do a swatch party type of video because I was inspired by Betty Bean here on YouTube. So it's the second part of the Swatch Party series that I'm starting, and we're going to swatch all my turquoise eyeshadows in this video. If you haven't seen the previous part, I'll link it up in the corner for you, because I swatched all of my green eyeshadows. 20 in total, so we'll see how many turquoises I have, because surprisingly in the previous video I realized that a lot of greens that I have pull more turquoise than lime. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So again, we're going from small to big palettes. So the first palette I have is the It's Freaking Bats palette by Shroud and Beauty Bean, and I'm going to swatch Adams and Grimm. So again, I'm going to swatch them right down this arm. As you can see, they look a little like different in tone because this one pulls more green and this one pulls more blue. But side by side, they look like this. I will swatch Adams again, but this palette has such a good quality. It's amazing. Let me get a wipe ready actually. So next we have the Ace Beauty Flare palette. I might swatch both of these because Forest Pine is probably like a deep turquoise, but Atlantis might be more blue, but we'll see. I'll swatch both of them. They both look like this. As you can see, Atlantis is more like a blue. It's not like a blue and not a green either, so duh, that's what turquoise is. But anyway, here's Atlantis and here's Forest Pine. Well, actually it's a very similar tone to Grimm, which is, you know, a shimmer, but there they are. Next I'm going to dip into my Book of Magic by Beauty Bay. I'm going to swatch only these three today. So the first one, the pastel one, is called Wish. The shimmer is Spell, and then we have Bewitched, and they look like this. Oh, Beauty Bay's shimmers are so magical. So this is Wish. Well, that was weak, but oh, look at that. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's try that again. So this is Wish, the pastel, and then, you know, the shimmer, and this one is Bewitched. If I scrape like a tiny bit of pigment off the top, it's more impactful swatched, but I don't recommend you do that because you risk damaging a shadow. See, it's so much more impactful like swatched. But yeah, that wasn't a fart, that was my chair. In case you're wondering, but this is what it looks like. So moving on to my Made by Mitchell palette by Beauty Bay, which was again limited edition, so you cannot get it anymore, but this is how she looks like. You've already seen this a couple of times, but I'm going to only swatch Miracle from this palette because these two shades are clearly blue. So let's swatch Miracle, which looks like this. And let's swatch it right beside the other one. Here's another one for you. Yeah, it's more impactful. It's very similar to Bewitched from the Book of Magic, but I think it just has more pigmentation, or it's not as hardly pressed as the other one. Regarding the tone of them, it's probably the same. So moving on to my Nikki Tutorials X Beauty Bay palette, I have only one shade to swatch in here, which is Ew. Which is sadly the only green in the palette. This is again Beauty Bay's formula, but upon touching it, it's so much more smooth than the other ones. So yes. Oh my god. Did you see that? Holy crap. Look at the difference. All of these are Beauty Bay shadows. What went wrong with the other ones? Ugh. This is beautiful. Holy shit. And it's so neon. Oh, yes. This one is probably my least favorite shade from this palette regarding the color of it, but quality wise this one is probably the best Beauty Bay palette that I own, despite the fact that this one got a lot of shit online. Like, a lot of people gave it a bad review because ultimately they probably just experienced the polar opposite of what I did. Because for me, this is the best palette from Beauty Bay, quality-wise, that I own. Because obviously the mattes are so much more smooth and buttery and more pigmented than in other palettes they have. I'm not saying that the others are like bad in any way, because probably Beauty Bay is my favorite eyeshadow formula because it is so easy to work with, whether it is a shade that is good to swatch or not. At the end of the day, what matters is how it performs on the eyes, not what it looks like swatched. So there's that. But for me, this Nikkie Tutorials palette is probably better quality than my Book of Magic and my Mitchell one, which is a big thing to say. And I don't know why I experience it like this, but I guess it just depends on people and their preferences. So moving on, I have my Feet on the Ground palette, which looks like this, and sadly, I'm only going to swatch Venom. Oh my god, it was so crumbly. Holy shit, this one packs a punch as well. Oh. Let me swatch it again. I'm not the best swatcher by any means, so this is what it looks like. It's kind of similar to the It's Freaking Bad palette shade. I don't know from the top of my head what it's called, but these are kind of similar. This one pulls a little bit more blue. Well, that's it. I'm kind of surprised that it's just 10 shades of turquoise. But there you have it. Here's a close-up of my hand from the video. And since it is a bit hard to see each shade because of my tattoos, I swatched everything again on my other hand in a different fashion. Here you can see similar shades next to each other, such as Adams and Venom, or Miracle and You, but I'm happy to report that none of the shades I own are exact dupes of each other. I have to admit, I kinda wish I played more with darker shimmers because I tend to forget about them, when in fact they are just as mesmerizing as my lighter, more wearable shades I reach for more often. So I think that concludes this swatch video. Let me know in the comments below which color would you like me to swatch next, and if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. While you're at it, hit the bell to get notifications of all my future uploads. I don't have a particular makeup look today, but if you'd like to see any of my other works, check out my Instagram pages. I have a makeup page and an art page. I still take commissions, so if you'd like to commission me, write me an email. And if you'd like to view my portfolio, everything will be linked in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!